Hamza, Igamane's future at Rangers is hanging in the balance, and a significant new development could prove to be a turning point in the club's summer transfer strategy. The 22-year-old striker, who made a strong impression during his breakthrough spell at Ibrox, has been attracting growing interest from across Europe. But while Russell Martin continues to plan with Igamane in mind, things behind the scenes may not be quite so straightforward. Now, a key update has emerged that could change the entire picture and leave Rangers facing a major decision in the weeks ahead. With the transfer window ticking on and pressure mounting, the coming days could be crucial in determining whether Igamane remains part of Martin's plans or becomes the latest high-profile exit from Ibrox. Let's break this down along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, FC Twente's technical director Jan Strooijer has threatened to move on from Robin Proper as the Rangers defender stalls on a move. The Ibrox club have accepted an offer from the Dutch side, who are keen on taking their former captain back a year after selling him. However, the 31-year-old would have to take a pay cut to make the move, and that is causing the delay. It is understood he is keen for Rangers to make up the difference before he commits. However, Strooijer has now hinted playing time might be a factor too, with Proper potentially interested in waiting to see if he still gets time on the pitch under Russell Martin. But the technical director has suggested his club may have to move on if there is no decision soon. He told De Volkskrant, "All sorts of factors beyond your control dictate transfers. Just before last season, our captain Robin Proper left at the last minute. We really missed him. Rangers bought him, a top Scottish club. You can't compete with them. Now there's a new manager at Rangers, he might play less. Then he might be able to return. But he'll want to wait and see first if he actually plays less. We have to decide, do we wait for that or do we see what happens next?" It comes after similar comments from Strooijer as he urged Proper to sort out the financial situation. He said Robin and his agent will first have to settle some matters with the club. He still has a contract, of course. We're waiting for that to conclude and won't be calling him every day. But since he wasn't at our training camp, a solution will have to be found quickly. Now, in a key Hamza Igamane update, Hamza Igamane's future is rapidly becoming a high-stakes balancing act at Ibrox, and Rangers could soon be walking a tightrope if they don't sanction a move this summer. The 22-year-old Moroccan forward has enjoyed a breakthrough spell in Glasgow, catching the eye with a series of standout performances. But despite strong interest from European suitors, most notably Lille, no agreement has been struck with the Light Blues. Russell Martin still expects to call upon Igamane for the Champions League qualifier against Panathinaikos, though there's a sense the saga is far from over. Feyenoord have now entered the frame and are weighing up a substantial bid that could force Rangers' hand. For a club committed to a player trading model, it might be the ideal time to cash in, especially with ex-striker Chris Boyd warning of potential unrest behind the scenes. Boyd didn't mince his words when speaking to the media. He believes the groundwork with Igamane is done, and holding on to him could backfire. If you're getting an offer for around the £10 million mark, then you would like to think that in that short period of time, you've done your work, Boyd said. And the player trading model Rangers have spoken about, that's the model. You brought someone in, they've done well, move them on, and go and get the next one. The former Scotland international added a stark warning. You can't just keep hold of players and say we want this, we want that, because the reality is players will just walk away. And the other thing is, because of the player power nowadays, there's a potential for players to start spitting out the dummy when you're not letting them go. Feyenoord, for their part, appear serious, reportedly ready to break their transfer record to bring Igamane to De Kuip. Considering Rangers secured him on the cheap from ISVAR just last year, a multi-million-pound windfall would represent shrewd business. Complicating matters further, Martin could soon be without another key attacker. Cyril Dessers is being tracked by AEK Athens, and a move could materialise before the end of August. That leaves sporting director Kevin Thelwell under pressure to act. Igamane's sale might make financial sense, but only if Rangers have a quality replacement lined up. As it stands, all eyes are on how this fast-developing situation unfolds in the weeks ahead. In other news, Barry Ferguson has spoken out for the first time since leaving Rangers as interim manager. The club legend departed the Ibrox side at the end of last season following his 3 months in charge of his boyhood club. He had hoped to be the next permanent Rangers manager. However, the new American owners wanted to go down a new path, and so Russell Martin was the chosen one to succeed Philippe Clement. "I wouldn't change a thing about it," he told Go Radio's football show. "I never thought it would ever happen, and when you get that phone call, it's a case of when can I start? You've got to think of who is working beside you and who you want beside you, and that had to happen very quickly. I could have picked a number of people, but I wanted to go with people who would really challenge me as a staff. I like getting challenged. Certainly the staff that I picked gave me a few challenges. There were some feisty moments when we had to make some decisions. I had 2 sore ones at home to Motherwell and Hibs. The Motherwell game, we should have beaten them. The Hibs game, we were nowhere near good enough. But then I changed the personnel and shape and we got a victory in the next game. That's part and parcel. Nothing is ever perfect, and you're never going to win every single game as much as you want to. But it's how you react when something goes against you that's the most important thing." He added, "I had a brilliant 3 months, but that's finished with. My life is back to being nice and quiet again, which I'm quite happy with. I'd never rule out going back into management. I've had a few offers from Scotland, down south and abroad, but I just felt they weren't right. I'll take a bit of time out and get back to doing what I was doing previously." In other news, in JD Gassama, Rangers may have unearthed a gem with the potential to shine brightly in Scottish football and beyond. That's the view of former England winger Chris Waddle, who knows a thing or two about what it takes to thrive out wide. A standout at clubs like Spurs, Newcastle and Sheffield Wednesday, Waddle has seen plenty of top talent come and go. And after watching Gassama closely in the English Championship last season, he believes Rangers have secured a player with serious upside. At just 21, Gassama showcased flashes of brilliance during his spell with Wednesday. While inconsistency, a common trait among young wingers, still lingers in his game, Waddle insists there's another less typical quality that sets him apart: relentless work ethic. Speaking to Flash Score, Waddle said, "Rangers have got a player with potential in JD Gassama. He works hard. He had a good season last year. He was in and out of the team, but he works ever so hard. That work rate, coupled with his raw talent, gives Waddle confidence that Gassama will develop into a major asset at Ibrox, both on the pitch and potentially in the transfer market. Acquired for a modest £2.2 million, the Frenchman could end up delivering substantial returns if he fulfills his potential. He's potentially a very, very good player, and they've got him very cheap," Waddle continued. "Rangers could make a lot of profit in the next 2 or 3 years if they decide to cash in on him. Of course, the key now is consistency, something Waddle believes Russell Martin and his coaching team will be working tirelessly to instill in the young wide man. That's what he's got to keep doing if he wants to succeed at Rangers," he added. "You've got to find consistency, and I'm sure the club will help him get there. If they succeed, Rangers won't just have a new attacking threat at their disposal, they might just have landed one of the bargains of the summer." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.